Arsenal have to and should have been planning for life after Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Özil for quite some time. I've always felt that, without question, Alexis Sanchez would move on, and more likely than not to Manchester City, and he continues to look more and more like that with each passing day. Mesut Özil, I still think there's a little bit of doubt. I think he's happy where he is. I'm not sure that he can get what Arsenal are prepared to put on the table. I'm not sure he can get that elsewhere. But that's another discussion. And absolutely, yes, there's nothing new or really surprising about what Arsene Wenger says. I'm of the opinion that no two players are ever bigger than the football club. Yeah. And that should always be the foundation of what Arsene Wenger, whoever the Arsenal manager is, does in planning the path forward. It is a little bit surprising, given the fact that he's been saying for so long that, yes, I'm confident we can convince them to stay on, etc., etc. Now there's a change in the tone from Arsene Wenger. But I think that's just him kind of coming to reality, or reality hitting him in the face, especially in this January transfer window, where there continues to be speculation, again from Manchester City, especially with Gabriel Jesus going on injured.
Well, then, I know that, of course, he can only do so much, and he can't convince him 100% to stay, especially if their minds are set on leaving. But they're already finished outside of the top four. They're not playing in the Champions League this year. He says, we will respond by bringing in players of top quality if they do, but can they kiss top four dreams goodbye if these two big players leave? And then which top players will want to come to a club that's not finishing top four?
There's a number of players that I think that still can come to Arsenal and grace them. They've been linked with the likes of Lorenzo Insigne, of Dries Mertens, both of Napoli. Riyad Mahrez, who's continually been a link with Arsenal for some time. I know there's other interest from other Premier League clubs for Mahrez. Thomas Lemar also. Chelsea, there's speculation that Chelsea and Antonio Conte are interested in Lemar. So there's a number of names that can come in and fill those voids. Will they have the impact immediately that they lose in Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Özil? Probably not. But I think that if you can spend in a way that fills out this roster and adds quality to this roster with more than just two names, I think that's Arsenal moving forward. Now, there's given the spending power of all the Premier League clubs now, given how tight the battle is at the top of the table. Even if you look at it right now, as much as we're talking about City running away with it, from there it's 5 teams to pick 3. All 5 of those teams have immense spending power, are able to attract some of the best talents in world football, and some of them vying for the very same names. Now, how that all comes in, how do you fit 5 into 3, that's what everybody's trying to figure out. But I still feel that Arsenal are in a good position, are in a strong position in terms of their own brand, and they have the finances to compete with most in European football. If they can do their work, get their work done early and get it done right, maybe they find themselves in a better position than they are right now.
Well, that's a positive take on Arsenal. We don't get that very often. Thank you so much, Shaka Hislop. Arsenal fans are thanking you right now.
Asked about a possible move from Sanchez to City, he said, we will have internal meetings and see what is for the best, but he's an Arsenal player, and I think he will be. Alexis Sanchez, of course, has stolen the headlines, Julian, over the last few days. Apparently there was a bust-up in the Arsenal change room after the Burnley game. The player's not celebrating with him when he scores. Is that a suggestion maybe Arsenal might be happy to see him leave in January?
I mean, it's no secret. It was last year was the same, the year before. He's not the most popular in the dressing room because he's a very, very selfish player. And not just a selfish player, he's a very selfish man, full stop. And I think that doesn't go down very well with some of the rest of the Arsenal players, which you can understand why. However, he's their best player anyway. So losing him, even if that, losing him in January would be a huge blow, whoever you replace him with. Losing him for free in the summer would be a big blow as well, whoever you replace him with. There's no easy solution to the Alexis problem because, like we said, he's not popular. But if you want to get some money for him, you have to sell him now. Who do you replace him with? And if you keep him, that might bring more issues to your dressing room, and then he goes for free in the summer.
And reports suggest that he'll be going to City for free. Given what we saw happen to Gabriel Jesus, and we know he's going to be out for a couple of months, could that see City fasting forward a little bit and go for Alexis over the next couple of weeks? Should Manchester United try and get Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Özil for free at the end of the season to help close the gap on Man City? It's so clear they need a winger and an attacking midfield.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that. But yeah, if they could pull that off, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Would that improve them? Yes.
I think Sanchez already committed to City. I don't see United jump in the queue there.
All right, then. Do Man United play better without Lukaku on the pitch? Julien?
I'm not his biggest fan, so I will say yes. I think that Anthony Martial has certainly different qualities to Lukaku.
French.
And qualities in the way of the team Mourinho plays. For me, are better suited for that kind of football. So him and Pogba, you know, him and Lingard, for example, for me, link up better than with Lukaku. So
If
I would say
Lukaku was
yes.
French, would you be saying all of this, Julien?
Oh, man.
That's it.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Anti-Belgian ways. What do you think?
We had this discussion yesterday briefly,
Okay, well, Xhaka wasn't
briefly
here.
on the show.
All right, well, Xhaka wasn't here. let's-
Nickel.
No, I think United would be better with Lukaku in the team.
Okay. Whereabouts up front?
Yeah, that would help.
How's everyone's fantasy team doing? Do you do fantasy, Julien?
My oldest son does. He's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, he's better than you.
Yeah, he's better than me.
How old's he? 3?
8.
There you go. How's your fantasy this year?
It's falling apart. it's falling apart. I've kind of lost my way out.
Yeah, me as well.
I tell you when I struggle, I don't play all these times when, you know, when the playing teams are playing in midweek games and all that.
Yes,
I never factor that in.
Like a double game week.
Double game weeks, I always forget.
Oh, what's because you're so busy?
Especially with, you know, all the golf we're playing at the moment with the snow.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
it's
with
so
horrible
busy.
snow.
So yeah, falling apart. Yours is not going great either,
I've
is
had
it?
a terrible time because I won last year, didn't I? Just like drop that in.
Never mentioned that.
There we go. Right, that was Julien, and ask how he celebrated 2018 because it sounded like it
I'd
was
like to know.
a pretty special night, Julien.
It was pretty good. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. But my voice will come back soon, I promise.
What time have you been to sleep yet this year?
Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
That's very... Didn't offer a whole lot there, Julian,
like
by
it.
way of details.
I like it. Should
What happened in 2017 stays in 2017.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, you come in, spluttering around here a couple of weeks ago.
Fluttering around. It's dedicated.
Gave everybody the dreaded lurgy.
Well, Shaq didn't get it.
Have you had it? No. See, we just topped it out. Shaq, me, Nico, all the boys. What did you do?
What?
You took time off.
Well, because I didn't want you to get it.
Well, it was too late by that time. Then I gave it to Nico.
Then he got it again.
But I
Got it
got
twice.
Didn't
After
get it.
himself.
2 days into the new year and into January, so Shaka Hislop is here because these rumors could possibly come true or not. Shaka, but we want to know which ones you think are hits and misses. Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona, the ever constant one. Is it finally going to be a good fit?
Okay, this is whether it's a good fit as opposed to whether it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Coutinho is a good fit for Barcelona. Coutinho is a good fit for anyone.
Anywhere.
I mean, he's that good a player. But yes, that makes perfect sense to me.
And I think it's actually probably going to happen.
And for him.
And for him,
And for
why
him as well.
not? Riyad Mahrez, we touched on this a little bit in relation to Arsenal, but would Manchester United be a better destination for him?
I'm going to say it's going to be a good destination. You're not going to suck me into saying whether it's a better destination.
Okay.
Give me strict instructions, Alexis. I think this makes perfect sense. Again, I like Mahrez. I think Manchester United would need his creativity. I also think that they would need and could do with his dynamism coming out of midfield. That is a big hit for me again.
All right, let's just group in these two together because, again, we've been talking about them for some time now. Mesut Özil, Alexis Sanchez to leave Arsenal. Would those be wise decisions for both of them?
I'll answer that question individually. I think it's a wise decision for Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
I think Özil is at the right place. So I'm going to say Özil to leave Arsenal is a miss. Alexis Sanchez to leave Arsenal, I don't think he's looked himself for quite some time. I'll put that one down as a hit.
He deserves greener pastures.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, all right. Finally, Donnarumma, he was linked to Manchester United for some time. Looks like they're going to hang on to David De Gea. So would Juventus be a good move for him?
Well, given what we've seen from Donnarumma for quite some time and it is unsettling in Manchester City, I think Donnarumma could well be on his way out of AC Milan. I think he could grace any club who are looking for a goalkeeper. I'll put this down as a hit because I think he's that good and fits in anywhere as Juventus look for or start to plan for life after Gigi Buffon. I think Donnarumma ticks all the boxes for them. Saying that, I think he ticks all the boxes for quite a few of Europe's elite.
Life after Gigi Buffon. Is that even life at all? All right, Shaka.
I'm considering life after Gigi Buffon myself.
Couple of hits for Shaka. One miss. You're basically saying Mesut Ozil stay at Arsenal. We'll continue tracking all of these to see if they do indeed happen.
Minus then for Arsenal and their performance so far this season. Do you agree?
D.
D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worse, getting worse every year. What can I give the manager?
F?
Give him a Z.
Oh, give him the
For
sack.
not leaving.
Just give him a big sack and take that with you.
What is he, Father Christmas?
Is that tradition, is it, Steve?
Well, they should think about it, Arsenal, because that's the only way. They go from a D, because I'm with you, Craig, on a D. The only way they go from a D to anything higher than that is by changing the manager.
D?
And that's the issue, that you don't see this getting any better. The manager continues to be there, and then the players that he has available, you don't see real improvement from many of these younger players, younger talent. In fact, they're going in the wrong direction. I mean, whoever heard of Theo Walcott? Where has he been? When he's supposed to be the next superstar? That's not working. Jack Wilshere? All those guys going in the wrong direction, and Arsene Wenger still around? D.
That's it then. They don't think it's a C. They think it's a D, the performance from Arsenal so far this campaign.
Later with Stevie Nicol, Antoine Griezmann's going to Barcelona, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Listen,
that's it.
Barcelona don't go tapping up players and get knocked back. So Griezmann's going to Barcelona, 100%.
Yesterday, Mkhitaryan was on his way to Borussia Dortmund. Apparently didn't like the weather there, so now Inter Milan.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah? You like
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, our colleague Raf Honigstein was saying how much Mkhitaryan is lauded in Italy. And so for me this would make complete and utter sense. He definitely needs to get away from United. There's no coming back now. So yeah, it makes sense for him and for Inter.
Okay, so you can give that one a hit. Last time I did the rumour rater with you gave it 4 out of 5 hits, so we're 2 out of 2. Javi Pastore, at Paris Saint-Germain, he's so talented, but there's so many talented players there and he's not getting that much of a game.
I've listened to people telling me how talented this guy is for the last 5 or 6 years.
But he's inconsistent.
What's he done? I mean, seriously, I
totally
don't
get you. Yep.
I don't understand it, and I don't see it happening to Inter Milan either, because Mkhitaryan's going to be going there, so there's just...
After he's been to Dortmund?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there just isn't any room. It's not happening, and I'm not a fan of Pastore, I'll say that.
You liked you had cassette tapes of you back in the day at Liverpool. Obviously not reciprocal. Jose Jimenez, the defender who can play as a centre-back, right back to Manchester United. They don't really have cover for Antonio Valencia if they want to go down that road, do they?
No, they don't. And Valencia, as solid and reliable as he is and has been, you know, he's getting up there now. You know, 32 years of age. There comes a time when you have to start looking to the future, and I think Jimenez at right back definitely is a future. Same. For me, he's the same. He's reliable, doesn't make mistakes, and defensively, listen, for me, that's what you need. So I think there's a chance of this happening.
Okay.
When, I don't know, but eventually, yes.
Now you can tell we're just a couple of weeks away from the transfer window opening, because players get linked with a number of clubs. Yesterday, the papers, the journalists, the websites were linking David Luiz with Man United. The weather in Manchester a bit cold at this time of year. The weather in Turin slightly better.
Makes no sense to me, this.
Okay.
For a start, where do you play him? As great as he was last season, you can't really trust him in the back. Juventus still have Barzagli, Chiellini, so that doesn't work. Middle of the park maybe, but no, they've just got Matuidi. I just don't see how this happens at all. There's not a space for him, for me, at Juventus, so I don't see it happening.
I'll take that then.
Yep.
Kevin Trapp, Alphonse Areola, the two goalkeepers at PSG, right now. Jan Oblak, who's got the best penalty-saving record in Europe, has been linked with a move to the French capital. You've got your hands in your pocket. That means you're going to say something pertinent. I'll explain what that means later.
Thank you.
Oblak to PSG.
I'm going to say this is not going to happen.
Okay.
Not because of anything to do with Oblak. I think he's a good goalkeeper, and certainly he would do well at PSG. I just think PSG need to turn around at the end of the season and go and get Donnarumma. If they want a goalkeeper, which I'm sure they do, for the next decade,
They've got one there.
Donnarumma's the man. So nothing to do with Oblak. I don't see it happening because I think they'll go and look elsewhere.
3-3 draw today. I've got 3 away goals. Can't wait for the second leg. Defence is not on top today.
Wednesday night.
Are you worried about that situation, Arsenal, because City have lost 2?
I've spoken many times about that, and I'm not ready to talk about it anymore.
It's changed a bit today because they've lost 2 of their
So,
players to injury.
I've given you my answer many times in a press conference, and I don't see why I should come back on subject that we have talked about 155 times.
What did you think of Sanchez's performance today?
I think he was fantastic.
Do you think you will be doing any business now as January kicks off tomorrow in terms of yourself bringing anyone in this month?
Tomorrow I try to bring myself in first, and after that we'll see. A problem inside, you know. There are some people who want always to create problems, but
one of those people was Thierry Henry, though, which is pretty surprising. Do you think?
I don't know. I don't listen to what he says and what other people say. We focus on our own problems, and that is the only important thing. All these people are paid to talk, you know, and it's difficult always to talk, and to only say things that are true and intelligent.
And then given the task to pick the team of the calendar year in the Premier League, this is what he has come up with. De Gea alongside of Errol, Stones, Walker, Fernandinho, Pogba, Hazard, De Bruyne, Kane and Sané. Steve Nicol.
Where's Salah? Where's Sterling?
Well, I suppose Salah only's played half a season.
Well, Stones has only played half a season.
We played, what, 12 games?
Alderweireld's played half a season. How many games has he missed as well? There's a lot of those players. I mean, surely you can't put Sané ahead of Raheem Sterling for Manchester City.
Sure.
He was decent at the end of last season, and he's been great this season. Sterling was decent last season and has been absolutely incredible this season. So just straight away, you've got the wrong Man City player in there. And Pogba as well. I love Pogba. I think he's got a lot more to show us that he hasn't already shown us. But I wouldn't have him in there. I'd have David Silva before Pogba right now.
Kante seems to be a big omission.
Yeah, that I don't understand how he's missing, especially.
Wasn't he Player of the Year?
He was. Of course, that took into consideration half of 2016 as well. But yeah, he's a huge miss. I'm with Stevie. Pogba, the inclusion of Pogba, the biggest head scratcher for me. And as you mentioned, Dan, Stones. I think that there's any number of centre backs who were in there. Let's keep in mind, City didn't have. Well, City finished what, 4th last season. Yeah. They've had a great 2017, but even so, he's only featured in what, roughly half their league games.
You'd have Azpilicueta, wouldn't you?
Well, just to hear you say Azpilicueta, I would.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Over John Stones. Julian is with us. Julian, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think Conte deserves to be there. So does Azpilicueta, whether you want to play him as a right back or as a centre half, although he played there in the back three, which is a bit different than the back four that Mark had in his team. And David Silva, for me, every day of the week, ahead of Pogba or ahead of Sané as well if Sterling doesn't make it. But those three, Silva, Conte and Azpilicueta, deserve to be there for sure.
What a disappointing way to end 2017, Mark Ogden.
That's a bit harsh.
Public vote, 70%. 70% voted that 2017 belonged to Mo Salah. Even with your Liverpool glasses on, Stevie, would Salah have been your vote?
Of course he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Of course he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, what more do you have to do?
What do you mean? Win a Champions League like Ronaldo did? Win La Liga like Ronaldo did?
Well, it depends what other 10 players you're playing with, isn't it? This is an individual award. It's not a team award.
What are you
It's not a
talking
team
about?
award. Is it a team award?
No, it's a
No,
player.
so it's about how somebody plays on the field regardless of the strip they have on, the colour of it, or the name on it, or whatever.
But surely achievements have to count in this.
Well, that means that they can forget, what, 90% of the teams, particularly in the Premier League or wherever it may be.
Stevie, what are you talking about?
Well, you're talking nonsense.
Ronaldo
You're asking
scored
a question.
7,000 goals in the Champions League knockout stages to get Real Madrid to the trophy once
Are
again.
you talking about the year, or are we talking about this season?
We're talking about the year.
Oh, here we go with this nonsense. Well, it's from the start of that season to that season.
What are we
or this
talking
year.
about the season?
Well, I didn't know, did I?
Who did 2017 belong to?
Burley was right the other day. You don't ask a question properly.
Who does 2017
Honestly.
belong to? Where is that difficult to understand?
Why do you think Ronaldo got the World Player of the Year? So why are you even asking such a stupid question?
Because we asked you on the
Because he
website,
won
70%
everything.
voted
He
for
won
Salah.
everything. What was the point of having it then? Because he won everything. So it's a no contest. Not even Messi can argue with that.
Right.
Ronaldo won everything, so Ronaldo wins.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, if that's your question.
Who does the year belong to? The calendar year?
Oh, see, that's better, the calendar year.
Oh,
You
my
never said
God.
that before.
I wouldn't. Well, I didn't say who is the player of the season so far, did I?
Ah, see, whatever suits you. Hey.
Julian
Of
Laurent.
course it's Ronaldo.
Julian, who did it belong to?
He won everything.
The calendar year.
I would give it to Harry Kane. I don't think. I love Mo Salah. I love Stevie Nicol. I love you, Dan. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. But come on, Harry Kane. Come on.
He didn't win anything.
Please.
What did he win?
But that.
See,
The guy
wait.
was amazing. It was amazing.
Thank you,
For the
Julian.
first time in what, 8 or 9 years, he scored more than Messi and Ronaldo. No one did that before since Suarez back with Ajax. It's an incredible 2017 for Harry Kane. Better than anything else this year in football, I think.
Why are you thanking Julian?
Because he just made clear exactly he didn't understand the question, and he's completely thrown it back at you. And do you know what?
What do you mean he
Why don't
completely
you give us?
understood
I'll
the
tell you what you
question?
do. You know what? You know before we go, before we start shooting, just tell us the answer you want, and then I'll give it to you.
Julian,
Because unless you get the answer,
he said he had a
you
great
start
year.
arguing. Well, yes, Julian, he gives you a name, and you don't like it, so you start arguing with him.
I was just making the point that Harry Kane didn't
Oh,
win
it's
anything.
funny how you keep making a point and we don't give you the answer you want.
Shaka.
Hey, who would you have given it to?
I would have given it to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh,
I vote for Stevie
there you
Nicol.
go. See?
I vote for Stevie Nicol.
See?
For that
There you
answer
go.
alone.
There you go.
Oh, goodness me, that was
There it is.
that was
2017 belonged to Salah,
What, the season or the year?
according
What
to
is it?
70% of the voters.